Hi, Jan.
Oh, hi. Hi. Let's see. Wait a minute. Can I get on? Okay, there we go. Good morning. Wow.
Good morning. You are not San Francisco today. It's good to see you.
I got that off. I came back. Oh, God, that was a mess.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, good. Doing good. I'm hanging in. I'm having to leave a little early because my grandson is, the homeschooling. So he's here. So I have to try to get him started in the morning. So that's why I'm leaving at about 9:20. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Jan.
Hey, girl. How you doing today?
Hey, Denise.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hi, Denise.
Good morning.
Hi, Mel.
I'm back. I'm back from San Francisco.
Oh, where'd you go? Why'd you go up there?
No, with that old picture, I couldn't get it off the background.
Yeah. How's Pam doing?
Actually, pretty good. She's. They're trying to arrange. Well, they know they're going to send the mom back, but they don't know if they're going to cremate her or have a service. They're still in limbo.
They should cremate her.
Yeah, that's what Pam wants to do. So they're working on that, and then Pam was going to try to maybe have a Zoom kind of memorial or something for LA people that want to, just kind of meet up and do something on Zoom. So she's going to send it out so she can get a date. Yeah.
Good. It's probably a relief.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what she says. It's really, just a relief, but, you miss her desperately. And then the way it happened, that you couldn't be with her, but,
right.
she was, that was sad.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there.
Hi, Jan. Good to see you.
I know you too. I tell you, I got your texts and stuff, but I haven't texted back, so I'll be texting.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, yeah, that's no problem. I got to go get my battery.
Oh, okay. Need that? Yes.
We'll give everybody another couple minutes to join. We'll get started in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, good. How's Sandra Lane doing? Sandra?
I think she's coming.
Yeah, so she's doing good, huh?
Yeah, she's had me send her the link, so.
Okay, good. But she's hanging in there, so that's wonderful.
It was a good class, Bill.
I want to call her and tell her to hang in because I'm barely hanging, girl. This has been tough. This class. Whoa, man.
I like it.
Yeah, see, but you're a little limber and
No, very stiff. You know what I need? I need to stretch my inner thighs because they're not good.
As it happens, we've got some of that happening today in class. We've got some of that worked in. Some
good.
Inner thigh stretch.
And so when you're sitting on the floor trying to reach your toes.
Oh yeah.
With the legs stretched out.
That is exactly what we're doing today, actually. Is
it?
Oh. Yeah. And okay, we'll go ahead and get started. If anyone comes in, I'll join us when they do. I'm going to mute everyone as usual. Okay, and so we're going to get started in a seat. So make your way to your mat and find a comfortable seat. And you can first cross your legs if you want to, or however feels most comfortable for you. And then sit up nice and tall to feel grounded in your seat. So really put your attention on the connection of your seat, your sit bones to the mat. And then beyond that, the mat to the floor. And really focus in on how that feels, that grounding, that support. See if you can allow your body to relax into that support. And breathe here. Nothing to do but relax and be supported. Just noticing the ground beneath you. And as you begin to settle into this space on your mat, your attention starts to deepen on the spot on the ground where you're sitting. I invite you throughout class to keep coming back to the idea that there's nothing to do but relax and be supported in any moment, really. Whether you're at home or you're dealing with something in a relationship with someone else, or you have challenging things to face, you're at work, whatever it is, really. I want you to consider that there's nothing to do in any moment but relax and be supported. Breathe here. Just coming into the body, arriving for our practice. If you have a personal intention, just bring it to mind for a few breaths. And after your next exhale, slowly open the eyes. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. And then bring your fingertips to your shoulders. Elbows point out towards the sides of the room. Fingertips to shoulders. Option to modify if that doesn't feel good and keep them off of your shoulders but reaching towards them. But if you can reach your shoulders, sit up nice and tall still. And then start to bring your elbows forward, together, forward. And curve your spine like a cat spine, arching, leaning forward. Maybe your gaze drops to your shins. And then on your inhale, start to open the elbows up, back to the side of the room, pressing them back towards the back of the room as much as you can, pressing your chest open and forward like a cow spine. Good. And then let's take a few very slow rounds of that. So exhaling, pressing the elbows forward, crunching them in towards each other, rounding the gaze, head drops. Stay there for a beat. And then inhale to separate the elbows, pull them back, shoulder blades hug in, chest opens, gaze lifts, hold it here. And again, one more round, forward and back on your own without my voice. Pausing when you arrive in the movement to allow yourself to feel the space. And then taking that last round back, pulling the chest open, shoulder blades pulling in towards your spine, gaze lifts, pause for a moment. And then bring your elbows back out to center and reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Maybe give them a little wiggle. Maybe shake out your wrists here. Your arms should be feeling pretty warm. And then reach up a little taller, inhale. And on your exhale, drop your right hand. Left hand reaches up and over to the right. Up and over to the right. Got some students joining us here. Welcome, welcome. Rounding the sit bones down, reaching up and over to the right with the left hand. Breathing here. 1 second. And then inhale back to center. Reach up, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, left hand drops, right arm reaches up and over. Breathing here. Not minding any technical difficulties, just breathing here. Staying for a few more breaths, creating space in your whole side body. One more inhale. Exhale, reach a little further. And then inhale back up to center. Sit up nice and tall. Feel the space you created on each side. And then fold it forward. So with your knees folded, fold it forward, palms reach forward. More important than bending like in half, you want to be pressing your chest forward towards your heels for a nice opening in your low back. Neck is still nice and long. Gaze is out ahead by your hands, breathing here. Three more full cycles of breath. One more full cycle of breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold a little deeper. And then inhale your way back up to sit. Arms reach up and overhead. And then drop your hands behind you. Uncross your legs, plant your feet, and lay down. Coming into bridge pose shape. So make your way to lay down on the mat. Coming into an early bridge pose shape. And then right away, before we take our bridge, send your heels up towards the ceiling. Coming into waterfall pose. An early inversion. Get some fresh oxygen, some fresh blood flowing through the body. And your belly muscles are still engaged here so that you can ground your tailbone onto the mat. Keeping it pressed down, heels are flexed. A couple more breaths. Nice and relaxed. Feeling the ground supporting you. One more inhale. And on your exhale, plant your feet, setting up for bridge pose. So walking your heels in towards your fingertips, as close as they can get. Palms pressed down next to your hips. On your next inhale, lift your hips, lift your low back, bridge pose. Maybe you roll your shoulders underneath you and interlace your palms for a bind. Whether you're binding your hands or not, squeeze and hug your knees in. They don't have to touch, but like they want to, like they want to give each other a high five. Breathing here. And then exhale, lower down. Slowly make your way out of your bridge. Walk your shoulders out if they're under you. Drop your knees to the right. Drop your knees to the left. Just one fan each side. And then come back to center. And make your way back to a seat. Slowly taking your time back up to a seat. Maybe you rock, maybe you just sit up. And this time in your seat, take your legs out wide. We sort of predicted this pose before class. And now we're gonna get into it. So come up into your seat and take your legs out wide. And then sit up nice and tall. Maybe move the flesh away from your sit bone so you have a nice grounded seat. And then close your eyes for a moment. And again, put your attention on the ground below you, supporting you. See which parts of your body you can relax. Maybe it's your face muscles, maybe your jaw. One more breath here. And then open the eyes up. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. And on your exhale, fold over the right leg. So you don't have to keep this leg fully straight. If it gives you access to more of a stretch, you can put a bend in that right knee and press your chest more towards the thigh. The flexibility and range of motion, you can go ahead and straighten the leg, drop the head. Holding on to whichever part of your leg you can reach. That's not important. Breathing here. Feeling the stretch in your hamstring, in your inner hip. Still grounding that left sit bone down to really deepen the stretch in the inner thigh. Breathing here. And then inhale back to center. Arms reach up, up, up. Exhale, switching sides, dropping it to the left, taking whatever variation is available to you. Maybe you bend the knee, maybe you straighten the leg, maybe you drop the head, maybe you don't. You have options. Wherever you are, ground that right sit bone back into the mat for a deeper stretch, inner thigh. Flex both feet, breathing here. Few more breaths. Letting go of any work that you don't need to be doing in the face, and the jaw, and the neck. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Arms reach up. And exhale, fold it forward. And same thing, more important than sort of like folding yourself in half, pressing your chest forward. That'll really give you access to a deeper stretch in your inner thigh, your inner hip area. Bringing your gaze forward, maybe a bit out in front of your hands. And that'll give you access to a deeper stretch in your low back. Breathing here. Relaxing the face. Maybe closing the eyes, a couple more breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, fold a little deeper. And then inhale, sit up nice and tall, arms reach up. Bring your knees in, plant your feet, and lay down. Coming back into our bridge shape for a second time. We're doing a lot of work on the floor and sort of giving our wrists a break today, but still getting in that core work, that warmth, that engagement. Send the heels up to the ceiling, waterfall pose. Waterfall pose. And we're gonna add a little bit of core work here to our waterfall pose this time. So bend your knees like you're in a reverse tabletop. Bend your knees. And then from here, all you're going to do is tap your right toes down and then pick them back up. And then tap your left toes down. Really slow movement. Keeping the knees at a 90-degree angle will require you to use more of your core to make. And the slower you go, the more you'll have to squeeze your low belly muscles in to continue to tap. Keeping your neck nice and long so you can breathe. You should be starting to feel some heat build, some warmth build. We've got 2 more on each side, and then we're gonna pause and center. Pause and center, feeling your core heat, your tapas, we call it in yoga. When you're ready, pause and center, and then we're gonna take these a little quicker. So a little faster, starting to tap, and tap, and tap. At your own pace, sort of, but just picking up the pace of your taps. Your core should feel nice and warm, nice and engaged, just like it does when we do the other core work. Just giving our wrists a break here, and tap. Keeping your back of your head pressed down on the mat. We've got a few more seconds of these taps. Your thighs should be nice and warm. Your core should be nice and warm. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then place the soles of the feet down on the mat, set up for bridge pose. Bridge pose. Making your way into bridge when you're ready and holding it for 5 full rounds of breath. 5 inhales, 5 exhales. Arm variation feels good, pressing the hips up. Breathing here, 1 more full cycle of breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down and drop the knees to the right. Then drop the knees to the left. Recenter. Make your way back to a seat. Long enough to make your way into a tabletop. So no fancy transition. Nice seat to a tabletop. We won't be in tabletop for long. Like I said, I want to give our wrists a break. We did a lot of work on our wrists last class, so we're sort of shying away from that. So tuck your toes from here and press up into a downward facing dog. And we'll spend a few breaths in our down dog, maybe bend one knee and then the other, pedal out the legs. Maybe wiggle your hips from left to right. Pressing your tailbone up to the ceiling wherever you are. 1 more full cycle of breath in your down dog. And then walk your hands to meet your feet at the back of your mat. Taking your time, doing it a little different. Walking your hands to your feet, forward fold. Once you get there, bend your knees. Put a generous bend in your knees here. And drop your head. No support of the ground beneath your feet. Pressing down through your heel, pressing down through the ball of your foot. Stretching your tailbone up towards the ceiling, still breathing here. Few more rounds of breath in our forward fold, gently letting us wake up the hamstrings. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, fold a little deeper. And then on your next inhale, slowly make your way up to standing. Slowly, like you're moving through mud. Rolling up, taking your time. Head is the last thing to come up. Roll your shoulders up and back a few times. And then pause in your Tadasana, in your mountain pose. Pause here. Breathe here. Get grounded here for a few breaths. And we're going to take some flows. Maybe get a sip of water. We're gonna take some flows here together, and they're gonna be a little bit challenging. You'll have the option to like level them up or down depending on what you're seeking here. So in your mountain pose, get nice and strong. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, coming into extended mountain. Reach up, maybe look up. Then drop your right hand, left arm reaches up and over to the right. Holding this first one here, reach your right fingertips down towards the mat to find a stretch on this side too. Press your chest forward, still grounding down through your left heel. Breathing here, inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale back to center, reach up, look up. Exhale, switching sides. Left arm drops, right arm reaches up and over. So we're building this stretch, reaching those left fingertips energetically down towards the mat. Pressing the chest forward. Rounding down through the right heel, breathing here. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold it forward. Option to keep that bend in the knees. Keep that bend in the knees if it gives you access to lifting your tailbone up, up, up towards the ceiling. One more breath here. Full exhale out. And then bring your feet in together. Big toes touch, heels separated, setting up for chair pose. Chair pose. So on your next inhale, sinking the hips, sweeping the arms, coming into chair pose. And first we'll hold this first chair pose. So maybe stay lower. Check in with your toes. Can you see them in front of your knees? Take the arch out of your low back. Pull your arms in line with your ears. Breathe here. Gaze is out ahead. One more deep breath in. Exhale, stand it up. Stay for an inhale here. And then exhale back into your chair and bring your hands to heart center. Inhale to heart center. And then exhale, twist to the right. So maybe you stay upright, maybe you hook. We're in an early chair twist. This is pretty early for this twist. So, and it's the first one of a few that we'll do. So if you're staying upright, you'll have the opportunity later to go deeper if you choose to. Breathing here, pressing your palms in towards each other, hugging your thighs in towards each other. Inhale to center. Exhale, stand it up. Arms reach up. Inhale here. Exhale, chair pose. Hands to heart center. Stay for an inhale. And then exhale, twist to the left. Maybe stay upright, maybe you hook. Chair twist to the left. So getting into this flow, breathing here, pressing your palms in. Hugging your thighs in, squeezing everything in towards center. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. And then inhale, chair center, find it. Exhale, stand up. Extended mountain, inhale. Exhale, fold it forward. Split your feet, hips width distance apart. Maybe take that bend in the knees. Maybe grab opposite elbows, ragdoll pose. Breathing here. And we'll take that sequence a few more times. Starting to build speed, build some more heat in our bodies. One more breath in your ragdoll. And then release the arms. On your next inhale, come up halfway to a flat back, long spine. Gazes down at the mat, crown of the head draws forward, fingertips to shins. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Extended mountain, look up. Right hand drops, left arm reaches up and over. Coming into this flow, building this flow, this vinyasa. Inhale back to center. Exhale, switching sides, left arm drops, right arm is. Breathing for a beat. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose. Chair pose. Sinking your hips low, coming right back into your same nice low chair. Holding this one as well. For 2 more full cycles of breath. Squeezing the hips and engaging the core. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, stand it up. Inhale here. Exhale, chair with hands at heart center. Inhale here. Exhale, twist. 3 breaths in your twist. Without my voice, guiding yourself by your breath here in your twist. 1 more full cycle of breath here. Chair center. Stand it up. Extended mountain. Inhale. Exhale, chair center. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow hooks on left thigh. We're here for 3. Pressing the palms in towards each other. Sending the weight into the heels. 1 more full cycle of breath. Chair center. Extended mountain. Stand it up. Fold it forward. Split your feet again. Option to take that same ragdoll, or this time grab onto your big toes with your peace sign fingers and come into a yogi toe lock, using the bend in your elbows to deepen your fold. Whichever fold you're in, breathe in it. Not forgetting to breathe, still pressing your tailbone up, up, up towards the ceiling wherever you are. We're gonna take that flow 1 more time together. So 2 more cycles of breath in this forward fold, whatever variation you're in. And then release the toes. Maybe sway from side to side for a second. And then inhale to a halfway lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, extended mountain, arms up, reach up, maybe look up. Exhale, drop the right arm, left arm reaches. Inhale to center. Exhale, switching sides. Inhale to center. Exhale, fold it forward. Halfway lift, flat back, long spine. Forward fold, let it go. Setting up for chair pose with the option this time to come into a king chair. And a king chair is just keeping your feet about hips width distance apart. It gives you access to sinking your hips a bit lower and lifting your chest a bit more. So just an option, up to you. But on your next inhale, rise up into a chair. Maybe it's a king chair, maybe it's not. No chair is a bad chair in this exercise. Wherever you are, even if your feet are apart, hug your thighs in towards center, almost like they could touch, like they would touch. It's like they're squeezing against each other, breathing here. If you're in your king chair, you're gonna, first stand it all the way up. And then if you're in your king chair, bring your feet into touch before we sit back down, chair with hands at heart center. And then twisting to the right. This is our last flow through this particular sequence. So sinking your chair nice and low, lifting your chest nice and high just because you can. Breathing here, one more breath in. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. And then chair center, stand it up. Inhale here, extended mountain. Exhale into your chair. Inhale here, twisting to the left. Twisting to the left. Right elbow hooks on left thigh. Breathing here. Still grounding down through your heels. One more inhale here. Stay for the exhale, twist, twist, twist. Inhale to chair center. It's our last one, so don't miss it. And then exhale, stand it all the way up. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold it forward. Split your feet. Option to take that yogi toe lock or your ragdoll or gorilla pose if you'd like to move on. Sliding your palms face up underneath your feet. Sending your weight more into your toes than your heels here. Your hands a massage, dropping the head. Option to keep that bend in the knees wherever you are. One more breath in. On your exhale, release your hands from whatever they're doing. Stay in your forward fold, sway from side to side. And then pause in center, find stillness. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold it forward. Plant your hands on the mat and walk them out to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. A little different not to do so many of these in class, but just feel the difference from this one to the first one. Even though it was a while ago, take a few breaths, maybe some movement here. Downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, step your right foot to the front of the mat. So if it doesn't make it on its own, give it an assist. Help it up there, 1 step, 10 steps, all the same. Keep your back heel lifted. Your back leg is nice and strong. Front knee is bent, setting up for a high crescent lunge. So on a high crescent lunge, when you're ready, you have a firm leg base, sweep your arms up and overhead. Back heel is lifted, front knee is bent, high crescent lunge. Hips are square towards the front of the room. Arms reaching up energetically. High crescent lunge, really beautiful, guys. And then from here, and this might feel a little wobbly, so I really want you to go slow. Drop your right arm and reach your left arm up and over to the right. And take your time. This is a pretty deep stretch. And it also has some balance elements in it. Good. Keeping your back heel lifted, back leg engaged, finding that side bend. You should feel a stretch in your front left hip. Breathing here. One more breath. Inhale to center, high crescent. Bring your right arm back up. Staying here, squeezing your right thigh in, hugging it in. Hands to heart center. Twist to the right. Maybe you stay upright. Maybe you hook your left elbow on your right thigh. You're in a high crescent twist. Nice. Still pressing your palms. Option to drop that back knee if that gives you access to a better twist for your body, for how you feel. If you're keeping it lifted, that back leg is nice and engaged. We're gonna stay here for one more full cycle of breath. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And then come back to high crescent center. Your front thigh is probably on fire by now, but stay firm. And then hands frame your front foot. Step back to down dog. Good. Down dog. And your leg should feel a little different now. Your right leg may feel a little bit more open, and we'll do that on the other side. So step your left foot forward when you're ready, keeping your right heel lifted. Right leg is strong and engaged. Bend in your front knee. And when you're ready, inhale into your high crescent lunge. Sweep your arms up and overhead. Sink your hips low. Breathing here first, just feeling this shape, allowing this pose to have its effects on your body. And then from here, drop the left arm, right arm reaches up and over. So taking that side body bend we've been taking, now in a standing, deeper variation. This should feel like a stretch all through this hip here. Rounding down through your front heel. One more breath in. Stay for the exhale. High crescent center. Find it again. Option to drop that back knee if you so choose. We're coming into our twist. Hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Maybe you stay upright. Elbow hooks. Maybe you've dropped your back knee. You have options. You have options. Take what you need here. Wherever you are, keep that front leg nice and strong. Palms pressing in towards each other. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. High crescent center. Come back to it. Leg is screaming. It's nice and warm. It's on fire. We warmed it up. And then hands frame the front foot. Downward dog. Downward dog. Pedal it out. Feel the difference. Breathing here. And then roll forward to a high plank. First and only high plank of class, which is rare for us, but we'll hold it, which is normal for us. So we're holding it here in your high plank. Option to drop the knees always. If not, pull your belly in and up. Drop your booty in line with your legs and your hips. Pressing into the palms. One more breath in. Lower all the way down to the mat. Lower down. Untuck your toes. Tops of the feet press down. Elbows hug in. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, lower down. Again, inhale, baby cobra. Elbows hug in towards each other. Lower down. One more time, just like that, baby cobra. Maybe start to extend and straighten the arms for high cobra. And then lower down. Child's pose. Child's pose. Take child's pose for a few breaths. Maybe get a sip of water. Maybe learn to sit up nice and tall. Catch your breath like me. Up to you. We'll be here for a few breaths. Taking some rest, some reset. We did a lot of work just now. Strong push. Allowing yourself to relax into this child's pose, to be supported by your mat. Letting go of anything that we just did. Be concerned about what comes next. Just be here. And then when you're ready, we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Down dog. Take your time. No rush to get there. Breathe when you do. Allow this pose to take shape and feel good in your body. And then on your next inhale, sweep your right leg up and back behind you. Up and back behind you, just long enough to bring your right knee to your right wrist. Coming into half pigeon pose. Right knee is at right wrist. Left leg is long behind you. Half pigeon pose. Nice, Nancy. There you go. Sit up nice and tall. This, I will turn. Looks like this. My leggings are sort of blending with my mat today. But right shin is as parallel to the front of your mat as you can get it. Hips are square. Really great work, guys. Sit up nice and tall first. And let's actually stay sitting up tall for a few breaths. We're going to do a couple of variations of this pigeon. I'm going to do lots of hip stretches today. Getting our wrists break, flexing some muscles we don't always flex. So sitting up tall here for just a few more breaths. And then if you'd like to, starting to fold forward. So just sitting up tall as an access to stretching a different part of the hip than we normally do when we fold forward right away. Maybe you have a pillow or a prop. Maybe you want to use your hands for a pillow, up to you. But settle into this half pigeon pose. We're going to be here for a bit. We hold a lot of emotion, a lot of tension in our hips. And definitely, we can have a lot of urges to fidget or come out of this pose from discomfort. And I just invite you and I challenge you to stay in it. Allow yourself to be supported by the mat. You relax into however it feels. As long as it doesn't hurt. Relax into the sensation. And breathe. Breathing clear. Allowing the work to come out of your face muscles, your jaw muscles. Relax. Few more breaths here in your half pigeon on the right side. Letting whatever comes up, come up. Nothing to do but relax and be supported. when you're ready, start to walk your hands back, chest lifts, nice and tall, first here. And then just let yourself shift onto your right sit bone and sweep your left leg around behind you. So it may not be such a swift, fluid motion, but sweep your left leg behind you. Good. And then I'm gonna turn. So your right leg is still tucked, and then your left leg should be extended long, and then hug it in front of your right ankle. Left ankle in front of right ankle. Nice, yes. Sit up nice and tall. Hug this in. And then maybe take your right arm, your right elbow, and hook it on your left outer thigh. So coming into a pretty deep twist here, but we did a lot of side body stretches and a lot of deep bends. And this is to open up this part of our side body and of our armpit and our shoulder, which we actually don't do very often. We don't get into that deep of a stretch in that portion. So it might feel a little weird, a little wonky, but sit up nice and tall still. Breathe into the stretch. Maybe turn your head. One more breath in. Stay for the exhale. And then release your right hands behind you. Release your left leg. Bring both legs out in front of you. Give them a little wiggle. And then sweep them behind you. Come into tabletop and down dog. And don't worry, I know we didn't do a lot of planks, but I am going to sneak in some core work right after we finish these half pigeons. So on your next inhale, sweep your left leg up and back behind you. And then place your left knee behind your left wrist. Drop the right leg down, coming into half pigeon pose. Half pigeon pose on the left side. Left shin parallel or as close as it can get with mat, the front of the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Nice. Find your adjustments. Very good. Sit up nice and tall. Flex your front foot to protect your knee. Flex it. Nice adjustments. Really good. Sitting up nice and tall for a few beats, a few breaths, stretching out some different muscles. And then whenever you're ready, folding it forward, walking your hands out, coming into your half pigeon pose. And again, allowing yourself to settle into this sensation here, whatever that sensation is. Breathing here. And if your mind starts to wander back, you've still got time, your practice for yourself. Nothing to do. Relax and be supportive. Our mantra for class today. Breathing here. When you're ready, making your way to sit up nice and tall. First, finding that tall seated half pigeon. And then rolling over onto your left sit bone, sweeping your right leg out in front and bringing your right ankle in front of your left. So this is sideways. Sitting up nice and tall. Giving that right thigh, that right leg a hug. And then coming into that twist. So keeping a hold of the right thigh with the right hook, bring your left arm up and then cross your left elbow. And maybe this side feels different. I can't quite hook my elbow the same way I can on the other side, but I still feel that stretch in my armpit, in my side body, my upper shoulder. Breathing here, maybe your gaze goes out. Couple more breaths. Feeling all the space we created with all our twists, our side body stretches. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale to center. Stretch your legs out long. Maybe give them another wiggle. And then bring the soles of your feet onto the mat. Now, we're going to set up for boat pose. And there's a few different levels of difficulty available to you in your boat pose. So if you choose to, you can keep your palms planted on the mat with your fingertips pointing towards your booty, and then you can just lift your feet. And this is a perfectly great bridge pose. You've got to engage your core quite a bit here. And you can use your hands to support you. They don't have to be grounding down. You'll still use your core here. If you'd like a little bit more, you can reach your hands forward and hold on to the backs of your thighs. This is still supported. You're still using your core, but it's giving you a lot more work here. And if you'd like to go even further, you can stretch your arms. Fingertips point towards the front of the room. This is a lot of core work here. Wherever you are, press your chest towards your knees. I'm gonna do a thigh hold here. We've got 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. Stay for the exhale. And then plant your feet on the mat. Plant your hands down. Make your way to your bridge pose position. Bridge pose position. And then bring your feet. We did at the beginning of class. We're going to roll through a few more taps, and it's our last little bit of core work. So now, having the option to level up your taps even a bit further, before we just did this, but now you can also do this. Stretch that top leg up towards the sky. So wherever you're going, whether you're keeping the legs bent or not, moving slow and always coming back to center, to your 90-degree tabletop to re-engage your core. It should feel like a lot of work. Your core center, hugging the belly muscles in and up, not letting the tailbone lift off the mat. We've got 30 seconds here. This is our last push of core, so really give it your all, or maybe really take it easy, depending on what you need. We've got 15 more seconds here. We've got 5, 4, cores on fire, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees in, maybe rock and roll from side to side, let that go. And then place the feet on the mat and set up for bridge pose. Bridge pose. On your next inhale, lift the hips, lift the low back, bridge pose. Maybe roll your shoulders under, maybe interlace the hands. Ending class the way we began with a nice bridge hold. We're here for 3 more full cycles of breath. Finding opening wherever you can, relaxing your face, breathing here for 1 more full cycle of breath. And then exhale, lower down to the mat. Take your shoulders out from under you if they're underneath. Drop your knees to the right. Drop your knees to the right, and this time keep them there and bring your arms up and overhead. And then bring your gaze to the left. So a bit of a different supine twist than we normally take. Feeling a stretch in a different part of our hip by keeping the knees separated. By reaching the arms overhead, we're accessing the space that we created in our side body. Breathing here. And then inhale to center. Keeping your arms where they are. Just drop the knees over to the left. Nice and slow. Gaze goes right. Only thing that changes is the legs and the gaze. Allowing this pose to be easeful. Relaxing the jaw muscles, the cheek muscles, the neck muscles. Letting that work go. Breathing here. And then inhale back to center. Keeping your arms overhead where they are, send your heels up towards the ceiling. Waterfall pose. Waterfall pose. Ending class the way we came with a relaxing inversion. Nothing to do here. But breathe. And then when you're ready, hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Maybe your forehead lifts in towards your knees. Last push of effort before you release into Shavasana. Legs extend long, arms extend long. All muscles relax. Let the eyes gently close. It's safe to relax, to let go. You worry things will fall apart, but everything will fall into place. When you release control, you open the space for love to lift you up and make all things new. So lay your burdens to rest and be transported. See yourself in pastures green. Feel the warm sun on your face, the cool breeze. Allow yourself to let go. Allow yourself to surrender. Allow yourself to be. When you're ready, start to deepen your breathing. Maybe wiggle the fingers and the toes. And stretch your arms up overhead. Take a good morning stretch. Point the toes. Reach through your fingers, hips, wake the body up. And make your way over onto one side. And sit up nice and tall. Find a comfortable seat. Flutter your eyes closed if they've opened. Breathe here. Again, notice the ground beneath you. I hope that you can carry this feeling of grounding, this idea that there's nothing to do but relax and be supported throughout your day, throughout the rest of your week. When you're ready, bring your hands to heart center. Pausing for a moment, send love and gratitude to yourself first, your body, your community for showing up. And bring your hands to your forehead, touching. Beings everywhere, be happy, safe, and free. May we all know peace. Namaste. All right, guys. That was sort of a sneaky one. We didn't really do any traditional vinyasas or planks, but you should still feel pretty warm in your core. I hope so. As always, please email me if you have any requests or like anything you want to focus on, or if you're not sure how to stretch a certain part, like anything that you have any questions about. I'm definitely always happy to answer any of your questions. And don't forget to I haven't really been saying this, so don't forget to donate to the studio if you can. Carly is doing a beautiful thing having these free classes. And so if you can support the studio so that it's back in a live space when we do it, that would be fantastic. And you can find out about how to do that on their page. And yeah, I hope you all have a beautiful Wednesday and a beautiful rest of your week. Yeah. Bye, everyone.
See you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Okay, Ann, see you later.
Yep, I can see you right now.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm sorry you can't see me. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you later, Gary. See you later, Irene.